The laws in New York drive up insurance costs for just about everybody.
Third-party litigation funding, also known as lawsuit lending, costs New York nearly $420 million annually in gross product, more than $73 million in lost tax revenue, and about 3,600 jobs.
New York's scaffold law holds contractors and property owners completely liable for damages when an elevation-related accident happens on a job site. But now the policy continues to drive up building costs in the state and has led to an uptick in fraud.
Tonight, the debate continues over how to update New York's wrongful death law from nearly 2 centuries ago.
The national tort system, which allows businesses and individuals to seek monetary compensation for harm done to them by others, cost $529 billion in 2022. Lawsuit Reform Alliance of New York Executive Director Tom Stebbins says consumers ultimately pay the price.
Tom Stebbins, Executive Director of the Lawsuit Reform Alliance of New York.
Tom Stebbins, who is the Executive Director of the Lawsuit Reform Alliance of New York.
We call ourselves the Lawsuit Reform Alliance of New York, but really how that affects everybody is the cost of insurance.
We're asking Governor Hochul and the budget committees to regulate these lenders, impose an interest rate cap, and impose some kind of disclosure so we know what's going on in our courtrooms. It increases the cost of housing, it increases the cost of transportation, food, medical care, and insurance. Those are things that New Yorkers pay for every day.
There's something going on right now in New York City that people have dubbed the fraud-demic, and it is literally hundreds of cases of construction accident fraud. And much of that, according to over 20 RICO cases, racketeering cases that have been filed in just the last year, the money that has been going into that has been funded by litigation financiers.
Think about how many more big buildings and bridges and schools and houses that we could build if we weren't spending all of this money on insurance, much of which is being siphoned off by fraudulent lawsuits.
It's a massive cost to all of us, whether you're in the business community, but then, if you're a contractor, as I mentioned, with building wind farms, or you're a doctor, where you have the highest insurance costs across the board. So we represent so many different parts of our economy and really our culture. I like to think that I represent essentially everybody except for the lawyers who advertise on billboards.